Hello children, welcome to Minutes of Maths. This is Introduction Class to Lines and Angles, Class 9, Chapter 6. Let's explain what is angle and how the angle are formed. An angle is formed when two rays originate from the same point. Let's explain this statement with this diagram. Here, R1 and R2 are two rays. Both are originate from the point O. The measure between these two rays are called the angle. The rays which are used to make the angle A is called the arms of the angles. So here OR1 and OR2 are two arms of the angle A and the point O is called the vertex of this angle. Next is types of angle. According to the measurements, angles are classified into 6 types. Those are acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle and full rotations. Let's explain these all angles in the next page. Types of angles. First one is acute angle. Acute angle measurement would be greater than 0 degree and lesser than 90 degree. Here I have taken angle A which is equivalent to 60 degree. 60 is lesser than 90 and greater than 0. So angle A is acute angle. Next is right angle. Right angle measurement would be 90 degree. Here you can see ray 1 is exactly perpendicular to the ray 2. If one ray is exactly perpendicular to the ray 2, then the angle formed by these two rays are called the right angle, which would be equal to 90 degree. So B is right angle. Next one is obtuse angle. Obtuse angle measurement would be greater than 90 and lesser than 180. Here I have taken angle C which is equivalent to 120 degree. 120 is greater than 90 and lesser than 180. So angle C is obtuse angle. Next is straight angle. Straight angle measurement would be 180 degree. Here you can see ray 1 and ray 2 both are formed a line. If both the rays are formed a line and the angle between these two rays are called the straight angle, which would be equal to 180 degree. Next is reflex angle. Reflex angle measurement would be greater than 180 and lesser than 360. Here I have taken angle F which is equivalent to 230 degree. Here we have to take the external measurement. If we take this is internal angle, then this is called the external angle. So angle F is 230 degree which is greater than 180 and lesser than 360. So F is the reflex angle. Last one is full rotation which is G is equivalent to 360 degree. Let's move on to next page. Complementary angles, supplementary angles. Let's discuss one by one. First is complementary angles. If the sum of two angles are 90 degree, then the angles are called complementary. Here I have taken two angles, angle ABC and PQR. I am going to add these two angles, angle ABC plus angle PQR, which is equivalent to 60 plus 30. 60 plus 30 would be 90 degree. So the sum of these two angles are 90 degree. So I can tell angle ABC is the complementary of angle PQR, or angle PQR is the complementary of angle ABC. Next is supplementary angles. If the sum of two angles are 180 degree, then the angles are called supplementary angles. Then the given angles are called supplementary angles. Here I have taken two angles LMN which is 70 degree, XYZ which is 110 degree. I am going to add these two angles, angle LMN plus angle XYZ, 70 plus 110 which is 180 degree. So the sum of these two angles are 180 degree. So I can tell the given angles are supplementary angle. So I can tell LMN is the supplementary of XYZ and XYZ is the supplementary of LMN. Let's move on to next page. Let's explain what is adjacent angle, linear pair of angles, vertically opposite angles one by one. First is adjacent angle. Two angles are adjacent if they have common vertex, common arm and their non-common arms are on the different side of the common arm. Let's explain this statement with this diagram. Here ABD and DBC is two adjacent angles. How? Because these two angles have the common arm BD and common vertex B, and both the non-common arms are on the exactly opposite to the common arm BD. So we can tell this ABD and DBC is a adjacent angles. So angle ABD and angle DBC are the adjacent angles. And then the angle formed by the two non-common arms, which is equivalent to the sum of the two adjacent angles. Let's check. Here the angle formed by the two common arms are ABC. Angle ABC is equivalent to sum of two adjacent angles, which is angle ABD plus angle BDC. Next is linear pair of angles. If the non-common arms of adjacent angle form a line, then the angles are called linear pair of angles. Here you can see, here AB and BC are two non-common arms, but both the arms forms together a line. So we can tell this is the linear pair of angle. Here also angle ABC, which is equivalent to angle ABD, angle DBC. We know straight angle would be 180 degree. What is straight angle? If the two rays are formed a line, then the angle between the two rays is called the straight angle, which would be 180 degree. Here you can see AB and BC forming a line. Then the angle between ABC, that means angle between AB and BC is this whole angle. So this would be 180 degree. So we can tell angle ABD plus DBC, which is equivalent to 180 degree. Next is vertically opposite angles. Here I have taken two lines AB and CD. Both the lines are intersect each other at O. If the two lines are intersect each other, then four angles will be formed where it is exactly intersect. So here these two lines are intersect each other at point O. So the angles formed by these two lines are AOC and DOB and AOD and COB. We can tell vertically opposite angles would be equal. Here what are the opposite angles? This AOC and DOB are both are vertically opposite angles. So this both would be equal. Next vertically opposite angle is AOD and BOC. This two also both are equal. So vertically opposite angles would be equal. Let's move on to next page. Angles formed by parallel lines and a transversal line. Here M and N are two lines and another line L is intersect both the lines M and N. If a line intersects two or more lines, then the intersecting line will be transversal line of M and N. So here L is the transversal of M and N. This transversal line is intersect M at P and N at Q. So at P this line is makes 4 angle, and at Q also it is making 4 angles. According to the position, these angles are classified into 4 types. First one is corresponding angles. Here there are 4 pair of corresponding angles. Let's see what are the 4 pair of corresponding angles. Angle 1 and 5, here you can see angle 1 and 5, angle 2 and 6, angle 4 and 8, angle 3 and 7. These are the 4 pair of corresponding angles. Next is alternative interior angle. Interior angles would be in between the line M and N. Here you can see 3, 4, 6, 5. These 4 are interior angles. There are 2 pair of alternative angles. That means angle 5 is alternative to angle 3 and angle 4 is alternative to angle 6. So these two are 2 alternative interior angles. Next is alternative exterior angle. Those are angle 1 is alternative to angle 7 and angle 2 is alternative to angle 8. So there are 2 pair of alternative exterior angle. Those are angle 1 and 7, angle 2 and 8. Last is interior angles on the same side of transversal. This is the transversal line. Interior angle of same side, that means left side. First we will take left side. In left side there are 2 angles 4 and 5. So 4 and 5 are the interior angles of the same side of transversal. We can call it as consecutive angles. Another consecutive angle is 3 and 6. So there are 2 pair of interior angles of the same side of transversal. That means 2 pair of consecutive interiors. Those are 4 and 5 and 3 and 6. For example, we'll take this M and N are parallel to each other. Then let's see how these angles will be. Here, if two lines are parallel, that means M and N are parallel, then the transversal angle would be, corresponding transversal angle would be equal. All the corresponding angle would be equal. So, 4 is equivalent to 8, 3 is equivalent to 7, 1 is equivalent to 5 and 2 is equivalent to 6. If these two lines are parallel and the alternative interior angles also will be equal, and the alternative exterior angles also would be equal. Next is interior angle on the same side of transversal. If these two lines are parallel, then the sum of two consecutive angle would be 180 degree. The sum of two consecutive angles would be 180 degree. I hope you have understood whatever done so far today. In the next video, we will solve exercise problems in chapter 6. Thank you. We'll see you in the next video.